Now this is something. Ernest the Cat Miller. Bob probably wanted to fight him. Come on now, Bob. Ernest Miller is nothing to play with. Know about that? Right, Bob. Come on, but come on now. What the hell is going on here?
I know a person who tried me one time to see if I was real, and what was it, Buddy Holly,
Bob Holly.
Bob Holly, right? That's the tall one with the blonde hair, right? The
Yeah.
one who's the enforcer up there, right?
Yeah.
Boy, I did not like that dude, boy.
Cool. Well, you've got to tell us the story
Mm.
about that.
Oh man, you know what? When I first met him, I did. He was always nice to me, really nice to me, but he was kind of mean too, you know. But I never had a problem with him. I started hearing things about him. Right before I started doing the commentary, they sent me to Kentucky
Damn.
to
Excuse me.
where they had the wrestling school at Ohio Valley. So they sent me there, and Bob was down there. He would come in and work with the kids sometimes. But it was one kid came in and they worked a match. Man, I've never seen somebody beat a person up in the wrestling ring like he beat this kid up. Yeah, I mean, he beat the hell out of him. Then when it would beat them, I mean, he beat him up. Then he slid out the ring and he said, he talked to me like, he was like, yeah, this is the internet guy who coming in trying to invade us, trying to see if we're real. So that's why I beat him up like that. Wow. He beat the hell out that guy, man. Then the guy came up to me, busted open, and he was like, man, I thought the business was for me. It's not for me. I was like, well, don't let one person, turn you away from something if it's a dream. So we had a little conversation. He went his way. So I kind of knew what I was in for with him, but he had never said anything to me bad, And then I started hearing stories how, he was the backstage enforcer.
Mm.
So anyway, once I left commentary and I started doing the wrestling, I thought we were at a match, a dark match. So me and Chuck Palumbo were playing in the back. Chuck and I were playing in the back.
I remember him.
And I was sitting down and Chuck was like standing over me, like, hey, you can't kick me from there. And he was just playing. We just playing around because Chuck and I go all the way back to, like I said, WCW. He said, you can't play, you can't do that. And I said, all right, all I got to do is do this. We just joking around. Now, sitting on the end was Bob. And Bob said right then, he looked at me and he said, hey, I'm going to find out if that karate is for real. Then Chuck was standing in front of me. Then I looked at him. I said, what you mean? He said, I want to see if all that karate stuff will work. So I looked at Chuck. I said, Chuck, you're a friend of his, right? You about to tell him something. Because if he don't believe it, come on down here. I said, don't let this smile fool you. Come on down here and try me. Come on and try me. He was a couple of seats away. He was sitting down. And he had a look on his face like, I really want to. Bro, I'm a weapon.
Mm.
No lie. I'm a weapon. When I say I'm a weapon, I'm the worst person with hands and feet to mess with. There's not a karate guy in the world. MMA.
I don't know.
Karate combat. I'm a real weapon.
I don't know now. It'll be something to see you and Steve Blackman now, because I heard the stories about him. Yes, or I know he did some training with Michael J. White. That'd be something. I think it was a video or a picture I had seen. Of course, I remember he was in Blood and Bone, the movie, also. That would be something, boy. Because throwing them kicks and stuff, even in just like a sparring or a training match, that would be something interesting. But yeah, Steve Blackman's funny. He's 60 years old and he's still dangerous. Leave him alone. No matter if he's 100 years old, leave him alone. That kick will push your chest back. but of course, Ernest Miller too. Ernest Miller, he knows something. I remember a kid I went to school with said he had to have his hands registered. Hit you one time with that shot, that could be it. Yeah, that shit is nothing to play with. of martial arts.
I've studied for almost 30 years how to be a weapon. I can use every part of my body to destroy somebody if I want to. Now here I am faced with a guy who thinks he wants to find out what I'm all about. My advice was to him, don't try it. But if you do, come on. Here go the invitation.
He said, don't try it.
He didn't do it. He just sat down. Sat down.
Of course. It would have been in the news. It would have been everywhere. What happened to him? Well, we got to tell Bob goodbye.
That's something, boy. But yeah, this martial arts stuff is no joke. Cause I think Chatty Long was talking about I don't know if he said it was Shamrock or Blackman. Somebody was bothering them, and they was trying to warm up, and the man didn't even get off the damn floor, and held the guy. How about that? I don't know what he did, but he said it was Shamrock or it was Blackman. But yeah, it's no joke. I guess he thought it was like a karate. What they call it, a gimmick. What he said? He said that man ain't no gimmick. Because I was watching the video the other day. Said they was just sparring around, but he about had Bischoff all over the floor. So because Bischoff knows some of that stuff. But yeah, man is nothing to play with. Leave it alone.